Day, just after 9 o'clock. Should have Joey coming in here in a minute, but figured I'd catch you up on the GK Weekly. So first off was in December, NASA put out the scientific 50th anniversary edition of the Scientific Ballooning Handbook. And it's a 637-page PDF. So what a lot of balloonists have done is to print it, which I think is what NASA intended. You print it and you get a little three-ring binder, not three-ring binder, but the spiral-bound book. And I thought that was pretty cool. I went to go do it, and because it's 637 pages, you get automatic quotes that are like, "Oh, this will be $400," which seems ridiculous. But if you dig a little deeper, respond to the quotes, it turns out to be, I think, 80 or $90 for it to be delivered. So I ordered a book to be printed up and delivered. But I also do a fair amount of driving, and I thought that it would be pretty cool to have an audiobook. And so let's see. Oh, let me see if I get Joey in here. Stand by. Just wait 1 minute while I share a link with Joey to get him in here, because I did want to talk about his Quail Eggs project. Okay. So anyway, maybe I'll tell this story if and when Joey comes on. But the Ballooning Handbook, I thought it'd be super cool if I could listen to it. And so I went over to 11 Labs, where I'd gotten that account to translate all the MetSci podcasts into Chinese. And I bought this year-long account and ended up not doing more than 2 or 3. I just got no feedback on them. I was like, all right, that's not worth the time. So I have these 11 Labs credits, and I cloned my voice just to see, just when I first did it, because I was like, oh, this would be fun to muck around with it. And then I took the PDF of the Ballooning Handbook, which is public domain, and went ahead and threw it into the 11 Labs. And it turned out to be a little bit more of a project than I thought, because there's all kinds of chapters and extra BS stuff and boilerplate on a book that you don't necessarily want to read. Everything from just, boring stuff, dates and whatever, all the way to tables and images and the rest of it. So it took, I don't know, a couple hours going through the book and working with Claude to say, or was it, yeah, I think he used Claude, to say, hey, let's strip out all the, tables, strip out all the images, strip out all the stuff that doesn't make any sense. There's a bunch of stuff about illustrations in the front that's kind of cute and it's cool, but it doesn't, contribute to the listening of the book. So stripping all that out and then putting it in there. And then I put it up on archive.org, and made it available to everyone, because I don't think you could reasonably take a book that's in the public domain and then make a buck off of it by putting it on Amazon. And that didn't seem like the right thing to do anyway. So it's out there. If you search on the archives, in fact, I can go find, I'll see if I can find a link for the thing. Archive. Yeah, here it is. Let's see if I can share this with you guys. And it'll be a screen, and it will be this guy. Yep. So it's on archive.org, and just look for the Scientific Ballooning Handbook, and it's right there. So super cool way to, just to contribute a little bit to science. What's up, Joey?
Morning.
Good morning. How you doing, buddy?
The Scientific Ballooning Handbook.
That's it. That's the one. Let's see if I can change our layout so that. Yeah, I was just telling the story of this thing came out in December. So NASA publishes it. I believe this is the 50th anniversary edition of the Scientific Ballooning Handbook. And so it's everything that is kind of known about scientific ballooning, which I've been getting into. I was nerd sniped into by Dr. Matthew Patrick. Mm-hmm. And so I thought it'd be super cool to turn this into an audiobook. And so I cloned my voice in 11 Labs, and I spent all the credits that I had to make this 637-page book into an audiobook. And now it's out there and it's freely available.
Oh, cool. Did it do a good job?
Obviously not, but hesitations.
Hesitations, yeah.
So I think that there's lots of things that it did amazingly well. And it's good enough to listen to. But But what it didn't get right that really surprised me, and I probably got to go back and re-upload it and figure it out, is the volumes are different. So like every couple paragraphs, it'll just change the volume. So if you're listening in your
Mm,
car, you're constantly twiddling the volume so that yours don't get blown out, or that you can actually hear it.
right. I've had weird experiences. I don't know how the voice AI stuff works because LLMs are always just sort of pushing the edge of what it's just kind of guessing the next word, right?
Yeah.
Um, the ones that I've interacted with, sometimes like the voice will change, or just like you get the like it transitions from like a male tone to a female tone, or like it's wild stuff. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I figured
yeah.
it'd be neat to at least put it out there and make it easy for people to listen to if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, like you. Oh, this is a long one. So you got a couple of chapters in there. So that's like some morning commutes, kind of
Oh
work
yeah.
your way through the
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
Yeah,
I forget how many total minutes it is. It's a couple hours.
I see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, 8 hours, something.
So a little something for you on
That's
your
cool.
commutes, on all of your long, boring commutes.
And this is on the Internet Archive. That's how it's published.
Yeah,
Okay,
archive.org.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, that's what GPT guided me to. They're like, hey, I was like, hey, how do I publish this for free so it's as easy as possible for people to listen to it?
Yeah.
And it's not a huge lift for me to do it. And I think if I go back and do this again, which I probably will, I'll clean up the volume. I'll just publish this as a podcast and host it on the thing I'm already hosting all my other podcasts on, because there's no limit to the number of podcasts I can put on that thing.
Right.
And that will make this I think, much easier for people to listen to.
Yeah, I feel like there'd be a whole interesting angle of public domain content from NASA or other agencies that would be
I think there's
people
a
would
guy
just
that
want to listen to.
does it. I think I've seen he just translates it to audiobooks. And it's mostly like NASA ballooning stuff, but I
Hmm.
just haven't paid attention. I've been thinking about doing a ballooning podcast. So
Got to get some balloons up there.
yeah, yeah. They got to stop like living on my desk
Yeah.
and get up there.
What's the update on barometric?
Oh, dude,
Your whole rig.
dude.
I yeah.
So let's see. I'm building up this corner of the garage as a lab, because my garage is pretty packed with stuff, and so I wanted like a clean place that's just a little corner where I can do a bunch of these pressure, altitude, barometric, whatever experiments. And so that's taken up a ton of my time, just building that thing and getting it to the point where I can chuck all the equipment on there and turn it on. But it's helped me understand kind of what I need to do. And then I was really excited about this pressure chamber that I bought, this high vacuum thermal chamber that I bought on eBay. And it
Mhm.
arrived, and it was, I don't know, like that big, and the usable space inside was, you
Oh.
could enclose it in and I was like,
Uh,
but I had told them, luckily, when we were messaging on eBay and I first started writing about it, I was like, hey, how big is this? And they're like, it's on a pallet. We're not going to measure it. I'm like, well, I need it to be, 4x4x3 minimum. And they're like, they wrote this. They're like, just buy it. And if you don't like it, return it. I was like, I will absolutely return this if it's too small. Like, if you guys don't want to measure it, no problem. So I
all right.
bought it. Sure enough, it was too small and returned
Yeah.
it.
You
So
got logistics time.
I just felt like they could have, when they pulled it off the pallet, they could have been like, yeah, that guy said he was just going to check it. Like, let me just whip out the measuring tape real quick and write him. But
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I think there's so many of those operations out there that just buy pallets of
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah. They don't give a fuck about my life, for sure.
yeah. Yeah.
So I
Huh.
I'm looking at another one, which is much bigger and was actually made for aerospace something or other. And I think I'm going to buy that, but I've got some questions into the seller. And then
Okay.
hopefully this week I should have the lab built out so I can start doing my ceiling experiments, which is the first set of experiments that I want to publish some data on.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you going to start testing first? Is this going to be batteries? Are you just doing full rigs, or?
Ceiling. So I bought a bunch of balloon material. So in the Pico balloon world, these guys are all using, and I don't know if there's any girls. I don't see any. Anyway, the balloonists are using Chinese party balloons. And so
Mhm.
there's 60 to 72 inch party balloons from China. And
Wait, I got one.
Do you have one? Of course you do.
I had to. You're not gonna hear me.
I should see if I can find a picture of these.
I've had to move a bunch of stuff, so it took a second. But
Okay.
this is a small one.
Oh yeah, nice. I haven't even pulled mine out yet.
Yeah, and then you use the little. What was it? Matthew was telling me you use the little chip clip sealer
Okay.
to seal it up once you filled it.
Badass.
But I've been ready to do it. I've just never taken the time. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah. Oh, I like it. So, I mean, there's all these things on it that as I read through the forums, it seems like everyone kind of does their own thing. And outside of this balloonist handbook, there's not really a source of information where you can say like, hey, I'm going to go learn about this thing and learn exactly how to do it. Like if you talk about how to seal balloons, some guys say, oh, you need to seal it one time. Some guys say you need to seal it twice. Sometimes some guys say you need to put glue in there and seal it. Sometimes you have to seal it and then glue it and then seal it again. Like there's no agreement on the best way to seal these balloons. But one of the biggest problems is that the balloons leak. And so I thought, well, the first experiment I'll do is I'll cut up a bunch of the balloon material and then I'll make little pouches called coupons, apparently, according to GPT anyway. And so I'll have a bunch of these coupons and I'll seal all those in different ways. So double seal, single seal, thick seal, thin seal, mega seal with the Vertrod
hot
14
glue,
HCV.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baked shrimp, boiled shrimp, fried shrimp, shrimp on barbecue, all of that. And then test all of that in the vacuum chamber just at room temp. This is the first kind of super easy, straightforward test and see like what works the best and then publish that and say like, hey, here's the first piece that I think will be useful for the community.
Yeah, that
So
seems like a great test. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I was talking to my mom, who's a scientist and has done a bunch of super amazing science stuff. And she's like, oh, I'll help you write the experiment so that it doesn't suck. It's like, ah, great.
Good. Cool.
That would be super cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking to see if I can find some pictures of balloons, but I don't.
I volunteer these to science if you need.
Okay. I like it. Yeah.
Find out if balloons that have been sitting in a drawer for 2 years still hold up.
Oh, so you've had these for a while. This isn't something that's recent.
Yeah. I mean, I work directly with Matthew. Gosh, it's probably more than 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
But when we were doing a lot of the IoT network analysis, so.
Okay. So he infected you with the balloon craze?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have this set up right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So just here's an example of when we're like, oh, leak testing these things. Here's how we do it. One good test is getting up to half PSI and then let it vent down, blah, blah. And there's just like, I think I could contribute and push out a little corner of science here. And God knows. So these crazy things, here's an impulse sealer for $27. You can buy more expensive ones. You can buy less expensive ones. You can buy ones that have a 2 millimeter strip. You can buy ones that have a 10 millimeter strip. There's like all of these different options. And I thought it would be pretty cool to say like, hey, this is actually how this thing should work. So.
Yeah, I think just seeing the process of like, here's my 3 samples, here's how I'm sealing them, here's the, I don't know, just a clear walkthrough would let somebody weigh the pros and cons of like, here's the outcomes, here's what's accessible to me. I'm not going to go buy, you probably won't either, but like some ultrasonic crazy, bag sealer or whatever, right? Like those things might exist.
Well, so there's this amazing thing. I'll see if I can find it. The thing itself looks best on a video, but it's an ultrasonic sewing machine.
Interesting. For like really thick materials and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if I can share a video. I don't think I can. I'm just
Give it
watching this
give it a
stupid thing on
whirl.
YouTube and getting past the initial part.
Oh, YouTube Premium. I will it's the one thing I'll never unsubscribe from. It saves
Wow, is
me.
YouTube Premium?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I splurge. No Netflix, no whatever else, but my YouTube Premium never goes.
Can you see this thing? And if I play it,
I see it, and I
oh,
can hear it. Jazzy.
yeah. So this thing is just this little sewing machine, except it's an ultrasonic seal.
Oh, it doesn't even have thread.
Nope.
Well, that's cool.
Mhm.
Cuts it.
So those things are about 20 grand. So my plan is, I'm going to write a grant for a government grant to say like, hey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test these seals, and then I've got this idea, this pico balloon payload that I've been working on, that is using switching between LoRa and LoRaWAN. So LoRa for the mesh of all the balloons, and then LoRaWAN down to the ground. That's my big plan. But I'm going to write a grant to say, hey, I want to build the ability to test and manufacture balloons in the U.S., and this is what I'll need.
Cool.
So
Scroll back
I
on
talked to a
that
buddy of mine
video.
who's into medical sealing, and he's like, oh, yeah, you check out this RF welding and ultrasonic welding and the rest of it. And I'm going up to Anaheim to some like packaging medical sealing thing in 2 weeks to go talk to a bunch of people about
Neat.
sealing.
Yeah. What was the foot on that sewing machine? It was like this wheel.
Yeah, let's see if I can
And
go
it
back
was-
to it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So there's sort of a. Oh, okay. So there's a little rotating disc on the bottom that was just like following that movement, and then it looks like those teeth are just like pressure into that disc.
I think
I guess
so.
there's a
I
cutting
think
edge.
the left thing probably seals it, the right thing cuts it, and these
Yeah.
things make some funky perforation that's somehow important.
Glued. Yeah. Like some
Magic.
adhesion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So a super cool thing. Yeah, I mean the whole I don't know, like the business of science is fascinating to me.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about rabbit holes?
Yeah, tell me about your quail egg rabbit hole. Do you have a Is
Yeah.
there a link for that? Did I see that on X?
I don't know if in Riverside that's going to come through or what, but
Let's see. I can.
there
stop
is a
sharing.
link up on Twitter.
Okay. All right. I'll go see if I can find it then.
It's a little tail end of that post.
So tell me what you did with these quail eggs.
Okay, well, going back a little bit, a buddy of mine wanted to have chickens, and he went down some rabbit hole and discovered that you can just go buy fertilized eggs off the grocery store shelf straight out of the refrigerator and warm them up, and 2.5 weeks later you have chickens, which kind of blew my mind. I thought once they hit the refrigerator they would just start to die or whatever.
Yep.
So anyway, he has convinced me that I now need to do this, and so we went to the 99 Ranch Asian market, looked around their eggs, and they didn't have the ones that he was looking for. He wanted some exotic Japanese chickens or something. And so,
God dang, the world is so amazing.
Yeah. But we saw quail eggs, and so they were like $2, $2.50 a pack or something like that. So we grabbed a couple of them. And so now in my garage, I've got quail eggs incubating in an old cooler.
Okay.
And then we did end up finding these golden eggs or whatever he was looking for. So those are also going, but I think those are going to be his. I had a temperature controller from doing homebrew stuff. It's pretty dumb, right? Like it's got a probe and it switches on and off. It was real hard for me to know if I was hitting the conditions. Of course, I had no idea what the humidity was, and so I had plethora of LoRaWAN devices onboarded. I ended up using a rack. What is this thing? A rack 7204. It's an older environmental sensor from them, but has temp, humidity, and some other stuff in there.
Show it to me again. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like a thermostat, right?
Yeah, I think I've got that like right up here. Yeah.
Yeah. So fired it up. I prompted Claude with what I was up to and kind of told it what I wanted. I also told it I had no idea what I was doing raising quail. Um, and so it not only researched the timeline and the steps and what I need to do, it also researched the sensor, figured out the payload for me. I pointed it to the rack docs. I gave it a little help.
Yeah.
Um, but pulled the whole thing together. We've talked about Valtown in the
Yep.
past.
Yep.
I've been doing a bunch of experiments. I've been pushing stuff to Cloudflare. It crossed my mind that it's like, I just need an all-in-one database and dashboard and email alerting. That's exactly what that does.
Yep.
So set up a thing. Turns out Valtown has an MCP server and all sorts of other cool stuff. So it worked great.
Look at this.
And
This is your historical data. It's very cool.
yeah, literally, I can go change something. I press save. The Valtown CLI immediately syncs it back to the production site.
Yep.
It's
And are
really
you running
smooth.
this on Cloudflare, or this is entirely a Valtown?
Entirely Valtown. Yeah, so entirely on their free tier. Super easy to set up. I think it's email and whatever.
Yep.
But
One of these phases of incubation, huh? Started, lockdown, hatch. You're going to get a hatch February 4th. This is awesome.
Yeah, apparently it's like very accurate from what everything I've been told.
Should we do a live hatch, Joey?
Yeah, we could try that. Give me a couple of weeks. So what we'll start doing about week 2 is you can take the eggs out and hold them up to a light. They call it candling, and you can actually see a little embryo in there. And so I'll have a pretty good signal of if there's anything good or not in this batch, or if I fuck something up along the way.
And then are you turning the eggs by hand, or did you build a little roller system?
This is by hand. I have a different thing that's like got a little roller system, but we kind of just threw this together Sunday afternoon. So
this is rad.
Yeah.
And just a little single page site, and it's on jhillerval.run. Okay, super cool.
It's a crazy URL. It's like some hashes.
3216762
Yeah. Right. You could type that in.
You'll easily remember this.
Put the link on the screen, and yeah.
Did you see 619's thing? He's got some Chinese golden pheasants. If you want some
mine aren't
exotic
pheasants. No, I want to learn about it.
Okay. Well.
So where we ended up finding the eggs that my buddy wanted was a Japanese market in Berkeley had them, and I don't know what it says, but it's like a big Japanese word. Apparently they're fertile golden eggs, and there's some chicken that is a national treasure of Japan and that somebody has licensed to do here. It's probably illegal to hatch them. Like, I don't know.
But we're gonna hatch them live on YouTube. Great.
Yeah.
It's like reason number 492 that Griskin gets sued out of existence.
Yeah, I know. It'll be fun. It'll be worth it. Eggs are expensive, so you gotta take the risk.
Every time I looked at getting chickens, it looks like buying eggs is way cheaper and easier than raising chickens.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And I started designing my chicken coop last night in Fusion, and I was like, oh, I'm going to build a perimeter foundation. I'll do a pour. And then I did the volume for that perimeter foundation. I was like, oh, that's 200 bags of concrete. All right, let's take a different approach here.
That's many bags of concrete. Well, you don't want those foxes getting in there.
No, we've got plenty of animals, so I'm taking that part seriously, but might redesign a little bit there. Use some cinder blocks.
Yeah. Or just chicken wire.
Yeah.
Or poultry mesh. I mean, that stuff exists.
Yeah, I got lots of it.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Did we talk about the government deals thing?
Oh, I love gov deals.
So slightly separate from gov deals, there's a thing where if you are a service disabled veteran, you can sign up to receive government surplus at 10 cents on the dollar. Whether that's a fighter plane or a printer. It's a kind of a pain in the ass to go through and look at everything, and it's a giant pain in the ass to sign up for it. And of course, you need to be a service disabled veteran. So I was like, all right, I'll sign up for this thing. This will, I'll see what I can use for my lab. And there are there's been a couple interesting pieces. I'll see maybe if I can pull it up on the screen. It's probably something where it's like, oh, you can't share this. You're going to get kicked out of this thing immediately. But the first thing was that there was no easy API that I could find to say like, hey, I'm only looking for vacuum chambers. I only want this. Like, don't even bother me with this other stuff. And it has been crazy to me as I've done this thing. Sorry, I'm signing in with our multi-factor. This is one thing that the gov has gotten right on this time is they do multi-factor, at least via email, not via text.
Yep.
Let's see. Property functions. Search property. Here we go. Okay, I'll share this thing.
I've also learned it is quite easy to implement two-factor via email. Like I kind of just did it by accident on my OUI notifier.
Yeah, no, it's not that hard. So yeah, lawnmowers. And the way that you can do this is you say like, all right, I only want to see stuff that is where reimbursement is not required. So the government's got all these rules. One of them is that if they have some stuff where it's like, hey, we have to get money for this, and there's other stuff where like, oh, we're just going to give this away. So I've been looking at stuff that's newer used. I don't want to repair stuff. I've got enough projects, and then I'll put it near my zip code, which is 92116, glorious Normal Heights. And I was like, oh, I'll drive within 100 miles and see what's out there. And there's 20,000 total things, but only 144 within 100 miles. It's like, monitors, who cares? $630. Workstation.
A lot of military in your area.
Yeah. 5,058, 5,900 So it's like, those are pretty cool. One of the things that I thought was a total pain in the ass was because you, for whatever reason, you can't deal, or if you want to tape drive for $46,000, you can't deal directly with the government. Each state manages this. So this was one of the pain in the ass pieces, was going through the state of California to say, hey, can I, as a veteran who's earned this right, can you guys give me the ability to do this? And then they say, and I'm paraphrasing, which is, yeah, we'd love to do it for you, but we're going to charge you 10% of whatever you pay. There's 10% of the original acquisition cost, or $100, whichever is more. So I'll never pay less than $100 for any of this stuff. So it doesn't make sense to me. Like, original acquisition cost was a penny for this resistor. Like, who is looking at this and thinking that someone would pay $100 for a penny resistor?
Well, unless you're buying, 2 million of them or whatever. But
quantity, zero. Like, there's a bunch of shit that just, it's like, oh, that's how the government works. They just don't have it totally nailed. But there's a ton of stuff that's like, oh yeah, they have a vacuum chamber. And if I'm willing to drive to San Francisco, or if I had, I think I put in California, if I had a friend, California, who lived in the Bay Area and was willing to be signed up as part of a Gristle King, whatever, like picker-upper, like authorized picker-upper.
That has a truck.
Yeah. I could then ask that person, like, hey, would you go over and pick up this, whatever, refrigerator, this vacuum? There was a thermal chamber on here. And it was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, because at 10%, anything over $1,000, it's at least interesting to check it out and see if it's like, oh, that might be pretty cool. Oh, nothing I found there. So at some point, I may sign you up as an authorized Gristle King picker-upper and ask you a favor.
Yeah, we got to see what else they got too. We got to make that trip worth it.
Oh, there's so much stuff. And then, so that was the first part that I was pissed at, was that I had to pay 10% to California. Like, the federal government doesn't want it. They're like, hey, we're trying to get rid of this stuff and help out various organizations, whether it's veterans or nonprofits or whatever. And California steps in and says, hey, cool, we'll help with that for a cut. And when I think about what they're doing, it's nothing. Like, that's what pisses me off.
The 10% is like, it costs more in their time to operate. That's just frustrating.
Well, here's the thing, is that when you look at those things, it'll give you the email of the person who's managing it. So if you're like, hey, can you go check this thermal vacuum chamber and measure it for me? It gives you the email, the contact, the phone, all that stuff. So I could call Rudy in Barstow, California, and be like, hey, that vacuum chamber, can you do this? When you email them, it takes those people, in my experience so far, about a week to email back. And they'll say, hey, I'll go look for it. And what California wants me to do is to email California so that California can then email those people and then stick in the middle of the whole system and
Hmm.
gum up the works.
Fun.
So
So you love a little extra layers of bureaucracy.
it's, yeah, just the inefficiencies are astounding. Um,
Yeah.
and then what was the other piece? Oh, yeah, that it took like a week for them to get back. Where I was like, "Hey, you guys have this thing you're getting rid of in Barstow. Can you tell me a little about it?" I got an email yesterday after writing them an email a week ago. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'll go look into it." Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess I'm getting free stuff, free, $100. But I saw like a wave generator or an oscilloscope stuff that was like $56,000 when they first bought it. I was like,
Sure.
"Oh, that'd be pretty cool."
I had no idea that existed. So I wonder what the split is between, what did you call this site?
It's the PP. I don't think. I mean, the public can't access it. It's ppms.gov.
Huh.
Maybe you can go there and it'll be like, oh, you have to
Yeah,
log in.
yeah, they tell you to. Yeah. Um, I guess I wonder what the split is between putting something on that site and putting it on GovDeals or, more public.
So this stuff that's on this site will go to GovDeals if no one buys it or claims it.
Interesting. Okay. So you
And
kind of get
so
first shot at it.
yeah, I get first shot at it and a fixed price. But in some cases, like if it's a $56,000 thing, that means I'm going to be paying 5,000 as 10%.
Yeah.
And it may not be worth that because it may have been 56,000 in 1987, and the
Right.
government's getting rid of it 27 years later, and so now it's worth like 500. So, well, at least what GPT or Gemini has told me is like sometimes it's better just to wait for it to go on GovDeals, and now you know exactly what you're looking for. You know when it's going to come on because it has all the dates
Mhm.
on there, and then you jump in and say, all right, that's what I'm getting.
I haven't done a good GovDeals browse in a long time. You spend some time on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Zim's making fun of you for having a hat and a jacket on inside. I don't think people understand California gets cold, and San Francisco, no joke, that place is cold.
I also don't need to heat my garage. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
maybe
I think
someday I'll put some insulation on the door, but yeah.
it's 53 degrees outside right now.
Yeah.
Outside my little window, which is, I know for you East Coasters, that's not cold, but for us, that's the bitter depths of winter.
Yeah. It's a light
Yeah,
jacket. So
it's not
yeah.
much. And you got to wear
Also
a
the
costume.
reason the hat's on is because I haven't cut my hair in a while. And it's
Oh, look at that.
starting to get a little fuzzy up there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that
yeah.
happens. You don't touch
Yeah.
that stuff; it just keeps coming. Let's see. I've got another thing that I did. I think I retitled this art that Nick and Joey's like Adventures in Hardware and Software. Because this was State of the Networks before, now it's just GK Weekly. So I did the El Cap trip. That was a couple thousand feet of gain, 10 miles round trip. Super fun to put a weather station out there. And I chucked that up on, I don't know, the socials. And someone wrote me, they're like, hey, I'm putting a weather station up at my place in Maine. Can you
Wait,
help me out?
I
I was like,
missed
oh,
this. Uh, wait, I gotta make you backtrack. You hiked El Cap in
no. So that's
what?
not the not the magnificent national park El Cap. It's a local
Okay.
feature called El Cajon Mountain. And on El
Okay.
Cajon Mountain, there is a section of cliffs that's a mini peak that is called El Capitan in kind of reference to the actual El Cap
Got it. Okay. And this is where
in Yosemite.
amateur Jade Hair
Yep.
was. And
Yeah, and
okay.
still is.
Got it.
Yeah. So I hiked out there because when I originally, secured that position, the original intent was to put a weather station on there. This was before I knew anything about helium. So I had a pole up there that I helicoptered in and put on there, blah, blah. I think we've talked about that a
Mhm.
bunch. And the weather station was on 2G and 2G shut down. So we had to get new guts for the weather station so it could handle whatever the next thing is. I don't know if it's 3G or if it went straight to 4G or what. In any event, we got it. And the paragliding club is like, hey, we have it, but no one wants to hike it in. I was like, I love hiking.
Mhm.
And that place is pretty special to me. So I took it back out there and put it up. And when I went out there, I found the cell antennas for the backhaul for amateur Jade Hair. So same pole, totally separate thing, Loreway and Gateway, had basically disintegrated. And all that was left was like the flappy PCB ceramic, whatever antenna
Mhm.
that's on the inside of those plastic shells. The wind had knocked everything out. Wind and sun had corroded or knocked everything else off. So I've got to go replace
Wow.
those antennas. But I don't know I haven't even checked if amateur Jade Hair is still connecting. Like the last I checked, it was.
So we could find out.
But yeah, and if it is, it's connecting on one floppy. I think they're called ceramic antennas. Those like the, I don't know, little like floppy antennas you can buy off of DigiKey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Let's see.
Technical director at Nova Labs is looking up my hotspot.
Okay.
Although, do you have a new title now?
Not technical director. I'm a director of network product.
Okay.
It is doing stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think this is like, if it's doing stuff, this falls into the RF is magic because it had two antennas. One of them is gone totally. And one of them, like I said, is just like flopping around in the wind. I could probably dig up a picture of it. But, oh no, 619 says it's been offline for 8,000 minutes.
No, beacons, but I'm seeing rewards as of today. So it's handling some data and whatnot.
Or maybe he's talking about his. Because he's got an off-grid a little bit east of mine.
Maybe. I see the 8,000, the beacon 8,000 minutes ago. So something's up, something's getting lost there, but it is also doing so.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and replace the antennas. So
yeah.
That was
this
super
did
good.
Is this one running the miner on the gateway or did you run it remote?
Remote. So there's just a packet forwarder out there.
Okay, it might be down then.
Huh, okay. It would be surprising to me if it was up.
Would have to look at some stuff, I guess.
I also found a trail cam out there that someone had placed, and so far no one has claimed it. But it was interesting. It's like, what's this doing on private property? And so I grabbed it and wrapped it up in neoprene. I was like, hey, you can go pick this up at San Diego River Park Foundation. And then I wrote to them like, hey, is this your trail cam? And they're like, let me check. We're not sure. So I have a trail cam wrapped in those little like neoprene covers that I use to protect everything when I'm hiking stuff in. And it's just sitting in my backyard. So
don't need a looking at you.
Yeah, I don't need anyone looking at me, especially where it is in the backyard. And then the other thing I did was FedEx has this thing. So Paleo Treats ships boxes. We ship boxes every week. Did I talk about this last time? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
So FedEx has this thing where we get our special pricing because we ship X amount of boxes, which is not that much anymore, but we still have the pricing. And they overcharge us routinely on boxes. And if you don't pay attention, you'll pay an extra $70 a box when a box should cost like $20 to ship. And up until recently, we had one of our employees that would kind of go through and reconcile everything every week, but we've gotten super busy and haven't done it. And Lee was like, fucking FedEx is just overcharging us. And I was like, I've tried this a couple times before. Let me try it again with how good Cursor and AI has gotten. Dude, in like an hour, I had a system that emails me once a week and it says, here are all the charges. Here's every single thing. Here's what it got overcharged for. And I basically just forward that to my rep. I'm like, hey, can you refund us? And the first refund came through the other day. She's like, yeah, no problem. It's like,
oh, that's awesome.
$200 back. That was worth my time out of the gate, $200 an hour. It's like, pretty good.
You could turn that into a product real quick, I'd imagine. I've never heard of that challenge before.
I have
to imagine it affects a lot of other people.
Yeah. There's companies that do it. But I think, maybe I should do that, but I've got so many other projects that I'm like actually fascinated by.
I know. Yeah.
That I think this will just go
my friends
on GitHub.
My friends tell me, you're like, oh, you gotta start selling that. You gotta do. And I was like, I got shit to do.
I got plenty of other things to do. Yeah.
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 But it's always fun to see the opportunities.
Yeah. Let's see. 619 is saying the trail cam is probably hunters. Maybe.
Oh, interesting. Just looking.
Also saying that UPS sucks. I've used both. I've been shipping since 2009. There's not one that's like, oh, this is like, there's a reason they're both still in business. They're both good enough.
Yeah.
And it depends on where you are. Like some people we ship to, they're like, hey, FedEx does a terrible job shipping to us. Can you ship via something else? Usually we'll just say no, give us another address because we ship so much. Kind of like the eBay seller I was complaining about before. Like, I'm not making any dispensations for one $60 box of cookies.
Right.
But maybe I should.
Hmm.
So, what do you got?
Updates in, let's see, Helium Land. I didn't come in with a whole list in my head, but the one thing that's worth mentioning is we are going to do some stuff in Washington, D.C.
I've heard
So
of that
for
place.
folks that may or may not be in that area, check out the posts on the socials. And I don't have the details in my head right now, but I think it's worth mentioning.
Okay.
I'll be going out. Handful of other people will be going out. We're going to show off some stuff.
And is it Helium Foundation? What's the social to follow?
It would just be at Helium.
At Helium, okay.
Yeah.
There it is. Let's see what we got.
I think we're calling it the Builder event. If it's
Builder Bootcamp
myself.
There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
Yep. Builders.
Let's see what I can sign up for.
Yeah. So I don't know DC that well, but Logan Circle, I think, is the rough area. Got a venue sorted out.
Okay, this says Ipade. You could get more accents, but you need more vowels.
Trust me, that caught my eye too. Ipade? I don't know how you'd say that. It makes me more confused with all the extra stuff on there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a function, I think, of being American and not having these things. I was talking to Rene Demerlet the other day, and I was just like, God, I can't get my goddamn head around how to say your name. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah. They can't say my name either, so it's fine.
Joey?
Yeah.
Joy?
Yeah, so usually more that.
Cool.
Well,
that's cool.
I don't know. We're pushing on a bunch of stuff. We're going to show some stuff off at this event, so more updates to come. That thing that I promised to build last week as a little side project, I didn't hit go yet, but I wrote my whole Claude plan. So
which was that?
I didn't tell what was up, but
so there's a
broad
secret that you were
strokes.
going to share, but you haven't shared the secret yet, so you're not going to share it.
Yeah, because I haven't built it.
Okay, fair.
But it's a little hardware. It's a little iPhone app. It's a platform. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So it's kind of fun. Not LoRaWAN related, but still just a fun thing.
Speaking of iPhones, I finally broke my old one, and the screen went totally dark, and I was like, man, I think I lost everything. And as it was going dark, so there's a long story here. Basically, I got a new iPhone, and when I got the new one, I wasn't sure that it would fit my old case because I just use a wallet case for the phone. So I was starting to think about building my own case, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to put in a LoRaWAN tracker into the wallet because every so often I'll lose my wallet, and if the phone's not in it, they're much harder to find.
Yep.
And so I started going down this path of like, do you remember the Tlera, Tlera NAT?
No.
Let's see if I can dig this thing up. It's on Tindy. Oh yeah, I can totally show this. Tindy was down the other day, which was funny.
Yeah.
This guy. So $80, and
oh yeah, I remember this.
This cat in Pahrump, Nevada.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do one of these, and it looks like I'd have to hook it to a battery and find some kind of GPS antenna and a LoRaWAN antenna.
Yeah.
But that's it.
You can get that pretty flat.
Pretty small. So I was thinking about the batteries. I'm actually on the podcast. I'm scheduled to talk to a dude from Nichicon Batteries, the titanium, lithium, titanium oxide batteries tomorrow.
Yep.
But those all looked round, and I've obviously seen the Nanotags batteries. Those are super flat. I was looking around like, where can I find flat batteries? And I would just sew together a thing that is like this guy, which is my Helium wallet, or sorry, my regular phone wallet.
Your wallet, yeah.
Wait, what are you
Speaking of
thinking
the
about, Joey?
well, the you mentioned the nanotag battery, and I was combing through my Medio Scientific account the other day. I was like, what have I got going on in here? And we did a meetup in San Francisco, and we were going to do like a balloon launch. This was at it's like a hackerspace in the city. I'm trying to look through my pictures, figure out when this was. But the nanotag is still pinging. And I was not expecting that whatsoever.
How long has it been on there?
I think it's been close to a year.
Huh. Okay.
Much longer than it should have been.
And were you firing it off like every 5 minutes or something? Is that why you think?
It's every 10.
Every 10.
Is what I saw. It's just still firing away. Like it's going, it's happy. Maybe I didn't take a picture when I was there. This is the thing that I did with Jameson Buffmeyer. Drawing a blank on the name of the space, but he goes in there.
The buoy fish thing?
Noise Bridge. It's the name of the
Bridge.
space.
Okay.
It's like a hacker space in San Francisco, free to go, open to the public. Cool model. You just walk in, you like start taking something apart, and that's what you're supposed to do. But anyway, it's sitting somewhere in that building, just doing its thing. Fun. Yeah.
Zim wants to buy a rolling tray off the router. Was this something you talked about before?
Rolling tray off. Those words don't make sense to me. A rolling tray off the router. CNC router?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, what's rolling tray?
Did you have rolling trays? Okay. Shift fire.
No.
Oh, you're going to be shocked. 619 wants to know what's happening to his $5 forever plan. I actually got some emails that like I've got to change something. Do you know anything? Yeah. You must know something about that.
I know little about it. Okay. I know they've restructured stuff. The free plan that Helium Mobile was offering is free for the service, but the taxes are a big chunk of that. And so the taxes we used to pay for all of it. Mm-hmm. And that's being passed on to the user now. So you get a gig for free, but you need to pay the taxes on it.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Some places it's reasonable. Other places it's a lot less reasonable. I think it's like $5 for the taxes in San Francisco. So
God bless San Francisco.
So I don't know. Your mileage may vary there, but
it's still, I think, for a cell phone, it's pretty much the best, cheapest plan that I've used it for whatever it is, a year now, maybe a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And in the beginning, my calls would drop, and I'd be talking to Max and be like, "Oh, it's that Helium plan." But lately, I haven't had any problems.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rock solid. The team just added. I don't know when they added this, but you used to have to contact support if you got a new phone and you needed to move your SIM, and that was super frustrating for me, and it kept me from telling people to go sign up for it because it's like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
But it's in the app now. Like it's like 2 clicks. I did it the other day, and it was easy peasy. So it's been nice seeing those like sort of refinement things come through. Like they just keep pushing stuff out.
Yeah.
Better.
I figured out rolling tray because Zim's a pothead, so it's rolling his various paraphernalias. Okay. The charcuterie board. Like, didn't you have some board that you'd made?
Yeah, I've made a number of things. I know what he's talking about. So it was this.
Now I'm tracking because I remember we had this conversation with him on the show 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah. Well, it was a piece of. Hold one sec. My buddy had a bunch of offcuts of. I think this is beech.
Oh, cool.
Pretty wood. Yeah. Solid wood.
It's thick.
So I took a couple measurements, threw it into Fusion 360, and then basically just made a kind of creative approach at a cutting board. So it had a little dish in the side and then a little flat area. So I guess that would be a good rolling tray. You put your weed in the little bowl thing, and then you get a little rolling spot, and it's all tidy together.
You would know. You know what we should do? I've got. Did I show you this?
The logo, the sticker,
the sticker.
Yeah, not the sticker.
I don't think I showed the sticker. I got all my stickers in, so I got to send
Nice.
you up a sticker.
Good.
You know what we
I
should
need a
do,
sticker
Joey,
spot here.
is as this weekly thing continues, we should figure out a time and place, and I've meant to do this forever, to do like a maker retreat kind of thing where we take 2 or 3 days, and I think we could do it up in the general Bay Area, or we could do it in San Diego, but just like get a little cabin somewhere, make sure it's got internet, Starlink if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, hey, we're just going to cruise out here for 3 days, and we're going to make a bunch of shit and come in with your plans, hang out, and at the end of it,
Yeah.
have something.
I mean, that's basically what I do with my buddy who has some land in the mountains out here.
Yeah.
It's just like he's got the land and he's like, I want friends to come out and build stuff. And so we've built decks and structures. And
Was that the place where the one burned down? That beautiful place?
Yep.
Heartbreaker.
Yep.
Heartbreaker.
We just went out there and spent a solid 2 days. This is maybe a month or so ago, but clearing underbrush because the California lilac takes over after the fires. So it's like a jungle out there.
Yep.
Rented an industrial chipper and just plowed stuff into it for 2 days straight. Looks a lot better out there now.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh, 619 says, come camp at the ranch. What ranch? And hike to my off-grid. I'll do that. What's the ranch?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun because you can fly into San Diego. It's a pretty easy airport to fly into. I can stick a couple people in the truck. I'm sure we could rally a couple cars and get out to a place. But I've wanted to do something like this with Vortal and all the folks on the Discord and be like, hey, let's get together and do something. Get Travis.
Yeah. I've always loved the junkyard wars concept. Just throw a bunch of stuff in and see what somebody wants to make.
Yeah. Maybe that'd be a thing, is like come in a day or two early and we'll go down to the junkyard and grab some shit.
Yeah.
And then make our own little like, hey, here's the 9 things you could get.
Battle sled.
Yeah, dude. So the sled continues to evolve. We finally got the alternator mount set up. I don't know if I put that picture on there, but that's on there now. And then I order the belts, and so I think we're off for 3 weeks. Adrian's got 3 weeks of stuff on the weekends, and he works during the week, so I can't do anything. And then we'll get back to it after that. But
Cool. Yeah. You're pushing a bunch of stuff,
dude. Sled, the rotor IQ stuff, the whatever the Mediosonde, and then the pressure chamber. There's like 4 things right now where it's plus paleo treats. There's a shitload of stuff going on, and it feels like none of them is progressing as fast as I want, but all of them, I don't want to let go of any of them.
Yeah. Just keep pushing. That's the way.
Get after it.
Yep.
All right, Doug.
Cool.
I think we're close to time here. Good to see you. Anything else before we sign off?
Just keep building stuff. What's the saying here?
Build something every day.
Can't see my sign. Yeah, make something every day.
Make something every day. Yeah, it's back there.
The garage is extra disaster due to construction. So,
dude,
yeah.
I'm with you there. Like I can barely get through mine because of this whole lab activity, and it's shit show. Whatever.
Yeah,
it'll be clean.
It's good. It's progress.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
All right, take it easy.
Talk to you later.